Hello and welcome back. This is a fire staff build one-handed. Basically, this is the build I went for. It's the same thing as the Great Fire, like the previous video, but just I changed the staff itself. I usually like run. This is the default. You change W according to your matchup. You need Wall of Flames for any melee thing, and usually I just use it to reset the fight when I see something else, so I can run away and like switch skills if I want to. I did, like you're gonna see in the video itself, I didn't need the martlock cape at all. It didn't save me at all, like there was no use for it, to be honest. So I can say you can switch to normal cape here and it's gonna drop the price of the build quite a while, and you can even change the cultist robe to like a cleric robe and it's gonna make it a really cheap build. So I'm gonna be with you again to explain everything on the fights. What should I have done and what I shouldn't. It's an 88% win rate. I played 11 matches, won 9 of them. 2 of them I lost to Trinity Spears, which is a really hard matchup for fire staffs. But I'm gonna tell you how I was supposed to, what I was supposed to do to win them, and where did I mess up. So let's hop up to the video and see. So basically this is the start of the video. I think the first matchup I had was a podcaster. Yeah, it is a podcaster. So I switched my W to Flame Wave to interrupt his skill cast. That's why I choose that W. At the same time, I'm just waiting. I have to dodge his silence. When he's using his E, I'm gonna use Ice Block immediately to block all of his E. So here he used Poison Pot. Poison Pot Shred is over and his E is done. Pretty much I already won the fight at this point because just a good Ice Block. And at this point, why not cultist roping to like make sure that your health is full? It still does a lot of damage, as you can see. And that is a wildfire, I think. I already met him, so that's why I switched it to Flyer Wave again, just to make sure that I could have switched it to Altery, but basically I didn't switch to Altery because if he switches to Flame Wave, then I counter him. Then he counters me, and if he switches to Altery and I'm Flame Wave, you can see that I was countering him there. So pretty much that was good. All I needed to do there, like what made me win the fight, is that I actually dodged his E. As you could see at this point, even if I was in a situation where I'm gonna take it, I was just gonna ice block it to like not take the damage. At the same time, it was a really like easy matchup. I didn't even need to use a resistant potion or my robe or my ice block. So here that was the first time for me I meet him. As you can see, it's a broadsword, so I actually need the firewall. I mean, you can see the firewall here blocked his engagement, and it ended up with him losing a good portion of his health. I lost nothing, and here I'm just gonna go back a little bit to do another firewall and make use of my range. I'm just ignoring him while he's on the gigantic potion and his hood. Here I should have ice block to prevent him from healing, but I guess it went out fine anyway. The martlock cape, you can see here that it didn't really do anything for me because it just popped up and he didn't attack me. He was running. He shouldn't have run here. He should have taken the fight to the end. At the same time, he should have reset it from the moment I seen firewall in these small chunks. He should have tried to make me fight him in a different place. At this point, it's just a running phase for him. Since he's a sword and he's not on iron wall, but like he can reset this. But I was lucky with the place he chose to run to, so he had to dodge that. So I came to his range again and killed him. Here I already can see that I switched to dodge and the flame wave because I could see a wildfire. Wildfire is really nice if you're playing against it with dodge because it's kinda easier for you to dodge his E with dodge. At this point you can see that I was just being careful not to get hit by his E, and I think he was lagging a bit in the beginning, so I don't know about that. Uh, oh, that's a disc giver. I was kinda sure it's a so hard matchup for me here But he messed it up totally by running in this toxic, taking that much damage. I'm just gonna go here to safety and firewall myself to make sure that he doesn't Ian come to me. And he went right straight to the trap. But at this point he was already over. Like it was just about my boots to come back and boots to him, and Ian he's done. Since he's in helium boots, really he can't do anything. With the Trinity Force, you can see how much damage he's doing. Like, I did the fire wave, so firewall here was good. I shouldn't have taken that much damage, and the firewall heal is a little bit bad, and missing that Q probably gonna cost me the game. And yeah, it pretty much did cost me the game. And yeah, you can see. I kinda messed up here completely. If you're wondering how should I have countered this situation, I should have just here I should have already rain, that's fine. I should have firewalled in like with a better direction so I can go out of it until I heal completely as I wanted. I should have ice blocked his W and my E went to his cleric robe. That pretty much was it. Because if my E was on him, he would have been like on 100 HPs and I just need to land one Q and he's dead. But he did play it better, so good fight. And that's a bow as I remember. That is pretty much a long fight. You did see how it is. Like war bows is pretty much easy to play against if you're on cultist robe, because most of his damage is over time, like over really long time while kiting, and you can just ignore most of that damage by cultist roping till max health. And here I know he has his E, so I'm just gonna ice block his E and continue. Because there is no really any other use for my ice block, so it's fine to burn it like this. And here he started completely running. So you just need to remember he's a warbow always and make sure that you're not getting hit by his E's while he's running. Now his E is probably back now, so I'm trying to prepare myself to dodge it. And it did get dodged. You always have to remember he has 6 seconds or 7 seconds, I'm actually not so sure about, either 6 or 7 cooldown. And here just finishing up him with an E. And I'm not sure about, yeah, that's another Trinity Spear, and he was lagging so hard here, so I didn't really know what am I supposed to do. Like, you can see I'm attacking him, but I don't know what is happening. Like he was teleporting in his place, and I got caught. Like here I shouldn't have firewalled at all. I should have run first and then firewalled, so I messed that up completely. But if I Q him once and E, I should have been fine, so I just chose to ice block his Resi pot so I can E him with full damage. And he interrupts my E here with the W. That's what like lost me the game pretty much here. Because if he didn't, he should have been almost dying now by the E burn, or like even dead. But he did play it well for the lagging. I was so confused because of the lagging part, to be honest, and I did mess up my firewall. That was what pretty much costed me the whole game, the first firewall. So that's another fire staff. You can see just the trading queues far away. And he chose to E. You should never do that from this range. It's partly impossible to actually hit. And then he chose to actually go into mob aggro. He did ice block my E nicely, and I just ice block him to keep the mob on him, but the mob laged. At the same time, I'm taking a bit much of damage here, so I would like to cultist robe to go back to up. Because of course, why not? Who really doesn't like to be on almost full health? After all, there is no reason for you to run cultist robe if you're not gonna actually get the full benefit out of it. Here I'm just tanking his Qs to make sure that he's in combat, while making sure to dodge his E. Maybe I should have ice blocked his E easier, but like to just minimize the risk. I didn't want to take the freeze damage and then I'm gonna have to continue the whole firewall till the end. Ice block, sorry, till the end. So here another cultist robe just in case. He's pretty much already, you can see on the map, it's all surrounded with mobs, so you can't run with so low health. Because that's what's happened. You're just gonna go down most probably, since you can see there's a lot of bats at the same time, mobs that give slow. That's pretty much that bad because you actually get a lot of damage out of them. So we shouldn't have run straight away. And here, yeah, that's a one-handed dagger. That's why I switch it to run, because I need like the consistency of run because he's trying to get away always. And here I just make sure, like, you never ice block right away. You need to make sure that he basic attacks for the demon cape to like burn on the ground, and then you use ice block, and then pretty much it's just this chasing part. Nicely, there is mobs that gives slow. He uses his W to try to run. That's why, like, he already resetted this fight, I think, one time before because I was on refreshing sprints. That's why I'm gonna switch it to run now. Run gives more mobility on longer time. You can see I'm starting to catch up right now. He's gonna try to go for another engage. Like, you can see here that he's going for another engage. Sorry, I went back because he popped up his hunter jacket. So immediately when he popped up his hunter jacket, I ate my resi potion to make sure that he's not making much damage. Because even if I try to firewall him, he can W out of it. So just like the most sufficient choice is to resi pot to make sure you're not dying. And then you just E out of it, and then I'm just... In the beginning I thought about cultist dropping, and then I said like just firewall would do it. And here you can see he's pretty much running with 19 HP. At this point he can't even use his E if it came back because he's gonna go down immediately. So I don't know, at this point it's pretty much done, so you just like run and even basic attack him if you want to, then choose to E. I don't know, it looks cooler to be honest. For this one, oh, I should have ice blocked the first E, but my reactions was bad to be honest. It's kinda hard. But you can see here the firewall was a great value, and then when he started using his boots, I used my boots too. Then you can see here he has to use his E to come to me. Cultist dropping here wasn't a great choice to be honest. Probably should have ice blocked. But I knew that like I was buying time for my firewall to come back. My firewall is the best defensive for him. Here he's just trying to stack on the pillar or the crystal. And I have my ice block. I want to ice block his E when he comes. So I firewall and ice block, but my reaction wasn't fast enough. But still I didn't really die, so just the firewall here tanks the whole thing. You can see that's why we are running firewalls, because of broadswords is still a meta, or like still a lot of people playing it. That's why you always have to have firewall on default. And we gonna go do a roll for the giveaway, but first, if you want to participate in the giveaway, don't forget to you need to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. Tell me if you want me to do this on another type of weapons. I'm taking weapons like fire staffs by series, and then I'm gonna like continue chaining more weapons. So if you want a specific weapon, tell me in the comments. Tell me if you have any answer. You can always join our Discord server, and I have the link for my guild. We do amazing stuff there. You can join the Discord server for my guild and look it up, and you can join my own Discord server. And hope you guys liked the video, liked the content, enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See ya.